Hey guys, Max here. Now, this video is about Apple Vision Pro. I'm literally so excited about this product that I'm still sitting in my car. And I have DJI Pocket 3 with me, and the Mic 2 is over here. So I was like, you know what? Why wait till I get home when I could just record it now? Because when I get home to work with the lighting, the sound, like, just get with it. So, I don't think it was a smart purchase just because of the price. Now, I'm extremely excited about the Apple Vision Pro, period. But the price is what I think is going to be a big deterrent for a lot of people. It's just a big price to swallow, literally, especially when there's some competition out there. And I just want to go over why Apple Vision Pro. So, I want this video to be relatable, and I'm hoping that it's gonna grow into some kind of series because, like, I'm not, I don't produce content that's sponsored. The stuff that I review, I bought myself. Like, I do research into things, I get excited about devices, and I just want to share with public that might have the same questions or might looking for the same things that I'm looking at, and just share that experience. So when Apple introduced Apple Vision Pro back in the summer, that price was a lot. But mentally, I knew that I was going to pre-order it because I'm interested in the whole world of VR, AR. But you know, the funny thing is when the pre-orders became open, I did not buy it because the price is too much. It's a lot. This is 512 gigabytes. I didn't want to go for 1 terabyte because I was like, well, Apple's going to take time to fully bake this device. I'm not going to be using it all the time, although I don't even know yet. I don't. But I felt like the middle ground 512 gigabyte is just a better option than just going with the base, because the way softwares and applications nowadays, they just use a, a lot of storage. So I felt like 512 is just going to deliver enough where I don't feel like I have too much space, but at the same time, I don't feel like I have not enough space. So I feel like I want this video to be relatable to those who already purchased this headset and have something to share, or they're just looking to further learn and grow with it, or those that simply can't afford to buy it because it's not necessarily a smart purchase. So if you have to choose whether to eat for the next, I don't know, a month, even a week, versus buying this device, I don't think you should be buying this device. Like, you gotta eat. Or for those who can afford it, but they just not sure it's something that they should do, or if this device offers something for them to have that investment being worth it. I think that's what I want to create this videos about this product about, so this way people can relate to it. Now, if you do own the product, and if I miss something, or if you already know something that I could, further explore, and comment below. I'm really interested in this specific product because I've been trying VR, AR headsets for years, and so far not even one of them has been 100% satisfactory, except the last one that I bought. It was an AR Rokit glasses, and pretty happy with it, but it feels like you connect the wire and then you just get bigger display. That's all it is. It doesn't really offer me much functions than having a big display. So going back into Samsung, back in the day, they released VR headsets where you plug in the Samsung phone, but it was a pixelated experience and not something I wanted to use for a long time. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fully baked, and it just died out, as I guess explains why Samsung is not producing them anymore. Although I read rumors that Samsung is kind of working on VR headset. I don't know if it's true. So tried those in the past. I've also tried Oculus headsets in the past. Same thing, just pixelated. At least they weren't expensive. But the experience was very pixelated. I'm watching a movie and you could literally see pixels. That wasn't enjoyable to watch. So I used it like the first headset that I bought. I simply just gave it away. And then I remember they came up with another one, and the advertisement was supposed to be like, "Oh, this is great." I still have it at home. It's not Quest 2 or 3. So, like, I remember powering it on, I think a year ago, and it was disappointing. So I just not using it. Then there was X-Real AR glasses that I bought last year. Was not impressed by them. The thing that I hated about them was the ghosting. The ghosting was so nauseating that I just did not want to use them. That's when I bought Rocket AR glasses, and those were actually pretty good. I flew as for a solo trip to explore Egypt back in September, and I brought Rocket AR glasses with me. It was an 11-hour flight. They don't have batteries. You don't rely on the batteries of the glasses itself. They rely on the batteries of whatever device you plug in. And like the whole experience was absolutely amazing. The only thing is I felt like the limitation is that it's a full HD display, even though the refresh rate is 120, but I want more when there is more available. Then we're referring to Quest 3. And I don't know if the whole reason why Quest 3 is so popular and it actually has a lot of buzz out there, it's because it was released after the Apple Vision Pro was announced, because now there is a competitor or a contender out there to Apple Vision Pro, or actually because Quest 3 is a great device in its own. Now, I was considering buying Quest 3, and I've been looking into it for months already. And I want to go over the reason why I did not go ahead and buy Quest 3. Now, the positive to Quest 3, it is much more baked of a device, meaning there's a lot more applications, there's a lot more games, there is a lot already been in place for years that Meta has been putting into their VR headset. Even though, I don't know if it's the rumors, but there are reports that Meta is bleeding, losing money on their VR headset. I guess you have to invest before you start generating something out of it. Although, from again what I read, the Quest 3 has been a success for Meta so far. But the reason why I did not go for Quest 3, it's because of LCD pancake lenses. Although the reviews are very positive as far as the picture quality with the pancake lens design. But having an LCD type of lens is a negative for me. I've been using OLED in my devices since, like, I remember the OLED TVs were introduced. They were so expensive back then, but worth every penny because of the picture quality that you get out of that display. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I don't think any LCD can compare to what you get out of OLED. Hence why, in my opinion, like the phones are moving towards, a lot of the LCD type of phones are moving towards OLED because of what OLED offers. And then if you start comparing like mid-range devices versus to premium devices, most premium are using OLED. A lot of budget still uses LCD, even though even nowadays, like the budget tiers are moving towards OLED, but not necessarily offering the 2K display. They're using like full HD display. But OLED is where I feel like the top bar when it comes to display technology. So having the LCD panels, lenses in Quest 3, I felt like was a big negative for me. I don't want to be dealing with light bleed. I don't want to be looking at blacks but seeing grays. I want to get the best if I'm able to get that. Sure, there's a competition as far as the pricing. The 512 gigabyte variant of Quest 3 is $650 before taxes, and that's a big difference when comparing to Apple Vision Pro. I paid almost $4,100 with taxes for Apple Vision Pro 512 gigabytes, and that's a big price difference, and it's not for an average consumer at this point because it's just too expensive. So another thing that and I think that was the biggest thing why I did not go for Quest 3, is the battery, meaning a lead strap, battery in the back. A lot of their third-party accessories, battery in the pack. I don't want to have a battery packed next to my brain. What's the safety to using something like that? Especially like if you watch a lot of the YouTube videos out there who are saying, don't buy a lead strap, buy the third party. What is the research that those companies put in before releasing those battery packs that you're going to be putting on top of your head? What's the safety behind it? Like, it's literally right here, right where your brain is. And brain is the vital part to your body. It's it's what's there that controls your whole body. So I don't want to have a battery pack right next to my brain. Who knows if the battery blows up while it's next to your head? No. No. So for me, having that portable battery pack that comes with Apple Vision Pro is what I want. Yes, nobody wants to deal with the wiring, but guess what? The initial VR heads, wiring, that wasn't what people complained about. So I'm very much more in favor of using that portable battery pack that comes with Apple Vision Pro. I do not want to have the battery on top of my head. I just feel like it's so unsafe. I don't feel there's enough research in place for especially those third-party accessories to have something so close to your brain. No. At the same time, it wasn't the biggest thing. Was the material that's used in Quest 3. It feels like a toy. It feels cheap. It's plasticky. And I guess it's one of the reasons why the device is lighter than Apple Vision Pro. But Quest 2, Quest 3, it was a big price jump. I don't think it's worth paying almost $750 with taxes for a 512 gigabyte for a device that's so plasticky. Again, then there's also a big difference, I feel like, where the target is. Like, I feel like Apple Vision Pro is more designed for mature audience, adults, versus Quest 3, it feels like a console, like gaming, and that's where Oculus kind of started with the gaming. So I feel like Quest 3 is more targeted towards kids, teenagers, and like if you watch videos or read reviews, like a lot of those social interaction applications, people say like you go in there and you see a bunch of kids there. I don't want to invest money and be surrounded by kids. I want to be surrounded by mature, grown individuals where, let's say, if Apple introduces a VR world where you could interact with other people, like, no kid is going to go out there and spend $4,000 on a headset. A kid will rather buy something that's much more affordable. Nor any average adult parent will go out and say, hey, I want to give for Christmas my 10-year-old son a $4,000 device. They rather spend something that's much more affordable. So I feel like the target audience for Apple Vision Pro is going to be much more mature, where if you do interact with them, I feel like it's going to be more up to the level of grown people. like the potential of Apple Vision Pro, I feel like is so much more unknown at this point, but I think there's just a lot more room to grow with than where Meta already is. Yes, Meta with their Quest 3 and Quest 2, the applications, there's just a lot of applications, a lot of games that's designed for that kind of device versus then what Vision Pro is, because at this point Vision Pro, the specifically designed applications for Vision Pro is not up to the level of Quest 3. Yes, there are a lot of applications, iPad application available for Vision Pro, but it's not specifically designed for Vision Pro. So like, and I think that Apple just has a lot more room to grow with and develop their Apple Vision Pro in order to create it into something that's potentially huge. And I think that's what at this point it is. I feel like at this point buying this is an investment. It's an investment for a future that I feel that Apple is going to be true to, because in judging by the history, Apple has been pretty loyal into dedication that they put into their devices. Now, I'm not an Apple fanboy, and I'm going to stress this out over multiple videos that I'm going to record. I feel that Apple does deliver on premium products. Like, their MacBook Pros are amazing. Like, they look amazing, like so premium, versus a lot of Windows laptops out there that just don't look as premium as MacBook Pros. You know what I mean? So, same thing with iPhones. The iPhones look so premium. Like, I'm not a fan of Pixel devices. Not. I do have Pixel Fold, but I just don't like the whole experience with Pixel. Samsung also feels premium, but not as premium as Apple, even though I love Samsung devices. I love Android. I just think overall, Apple just delivers on a bit higher level. Just wish Apple was more open to being open, but I get it, the security. So, yeah, I'm hoping this will become more of like a series type of videos. I'm just going to record, I'm going to explore, experience, share my experiences. Hopefully I have others that will join in as far as sharing their experience, commenting below. This way, those who are interested in Apple Vision Pro or have something to input that others can learn from it will stay active in my comments. You know, one person can't stop but hoping. Like, I'm not doing this whole YouTube channel thing in order to, like others, for example, who are solely relying on YouTube being their primary source for their income, I guess. My purpose of YouTube channel is to share my experiences. That's my experiences, my opinion. That's the sole purpose. I'm not asking for subscribers. If you want to subscribe, if you don't, that's up to you. I'm just hoping that whatever I record can help someone or improve someone's experience or answer some of the questions, or if someone is interested in something and I have it, any positive, like, that's what I'm hoping for. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this whole YouTube thing, and I've been doing it for years. Like, I'm working towards creating more YouTube content with more of improved equipment. Like, I have professional cameras at home right now. I'm using like, I have Sony camera at home, but right now I'm using on the go DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Amazing device. When I went to Egypt, I took DJI Osmo Action 4. Amazing camera. Like, I just had it strapped on. I went through pyramids and everything. It was just, the whole experience was absolutely amazing. So I'm trying to further develop, and I mean, anyone who has a YouTube channel, I think, can relate to this. It takes time and it just never stops. You're constantly improving and developing and changing your studio in order to create these videos. And trust me, for those of you who have not dabbled in YouTube creation, it's a lot of time. It's expensive because you're constantly changing your equipment, your lighting. It's time consuming and it's pricey. So hopefully, if I can improve something for someone, that's all I care about. So if you want to subscribe, go ahead. If you don't want to subscribe, thanks for watching. That's all I really care about, is if you're watching and you get something out of this, amazing. So thanks for watching. I am sitting right next to a highway. I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna open this box up. I'm gonna do the whole setup. It's gonna be an exciting day for me. So I'm definitely gonna share this. So if you have any further or any questions that you want to know, comment below. Thanks for watching. Bye.